All that is left of my father is a tooth. They put it in a little box. My sister described it as ornate, the box. I told her she was right. It was ornate. It looked genuinely expensive, but he knew he was going to die. He knew he would not be here to walk that same sister down the aisle, to tell us the stories his grandfather told him around the fire when he was young, really young. I'm not talking about the stories you tell that your mind stores as the important stories, but the ones that your mind doesn't think are important. The ones that you don't know how to remember. The one that doesn't assert itself boldly, but rather waits patiently, almost shyly, behind the bold ones. Almost as if it's the littlest brother in a family of 7 brothers, all standing in a line, all in order, one behind the other with the oldest in front. The type of story that is behind, quiet, barefoot, aware of the other stories so much more than it is aware of itself. The one that comes out only when softly and sweetly coaxed. The one that only sneaks out and explores when it feels that no one is there, that no one is watching. That type of story. The kind that would slip through the lips, I only ever remember with a smile. When he was washing the dishes, insisting that my mother rest her feet and that she deserved a break. Or when the lights are out and the family is in the living room sharing easy and listless conversation about a little bit of everything, and even more beautifully, a whole lot of nothing over candlelight. The truth is, all of his stories, whether the firstborn or the 7th, are important. I will never hear those stories. Not in the way that I would like to. That is a fact I have never made peace with, but despite myself, trust me, I am foolish enough to continue to try. But still, some blessings land softly. They find you on the crest of God's softest mercy. They grace your cheek assuringly, almost as if to say, "Here I am, dear one. A subtle something just for you. I am more gentle than a whisper, yes, and I am here for you. I am yours." A thought that is so quiet, so smooth, it swims almost undetected in the crevices of your mind. Fleetingly. So little so you're not even sure you felt it or thought it. So little so that when you're with a loved one and they see it for a moment, this vapor that appeared and then disappeared within the closest, most distant part of your eyes, this same subtle swimming that leaves a brow that is almost furrowed in its wake, it's not even worth the attempt of an explanation. Meanwhile, other blessings thud. They arrest the momentum of your stride. They block roadways and freeze time and stop cells. I don't know very much, but here is a blessing. He told us that no matter what happened, he would always come back to us. I always believed him and thought he would do so in the spirit realm, in the afterlife, in heaven. I'm a Christian because I believe in God, rather, I know in God. This often displeases several of my Pan-African activist friends. I get where they are coming from. I really, really do, but also my mind is too busy searching for that 7th story that I know I'll never get. I don't have the time or space or desire to find new words to describe God. I wish I were brave enough to just ask them to let me have this. But alas, He told us that he would come back to us, and now he has. Emola, an individual member of that smile that is always plastered somewhere behind my eyes, sits on a velvet rendered the darkest blue inside this tiny box, the one my sister holds in her brown, wanting hands, the one she hasn't let leave her gaze since we got back to our hotel that they paid for and the adrenaline started to wear off, the one she calls ornate. You weren't lying, Papa. You've returned. You've returned. I'm in pain to see that you have returned. You kept your promise. I cannot help but celebrate. I cannot help but rage. I cannot help but weep. I can barely look the people who made the box in the eyes when we receive it. God bless the large heart and otherworldly patience of your youngest daughter. I'm sure you are so proud of her. As she breaks her gaze with the box, she looks at me and smiles. The smile is as soft as it is loaded. Suddenly, I see you in her lips and her teeth. I see my firstborn son and hers. I see the hospital wing and road sign that holds your name, the books written about you by people who have never even stepped foot in Congo. Because I guess even though they are far away, you still reach them and they are still wrestling too. I see every time your name is said, anywhere, everywhere. A group of 19-year-olds in Baltimore, Black kids, mixed ones with big ideas and big love and big anger in a bedroom or garage, questioning the systems they were born into, asking about lies and why they weren't taught what they weren't taught. A lecture hall at an English university, a breathy conversation between unassuming elders, filmmakers, old friends. The Ghanaian one, still disturbed that all of his searching and praying and brilliance and openness still has not answered the question of what it is that truly happened to you. He is all of us. He is me. But now, as your smile becomes my sister's, I suddenly see your photo in likeness, not just as likeness, but as visits. Suddenly, you are watching me ride my bike with pride. I'm 7 years old, zooming around the yard. You're standing on the veranda, taller than a tree, arms crossed, and of course, you are smiling. I am making loud car sounds as I ride faster and faster. Forgot about this. I remember it so clearly now, as if it were. We are we? We are there together. This is my seventh born story. Mhm. You watched and laughed and watched and laughed and smiled and watched. Suddenly, I know you've been watching since you left. I know that's a thing we always say about the dead, but this is the first time I really feel it. I thank the God I'm choosing to know for the awareness to recognize your return in your youngest daughter's smile. This box is everything as much as it is nothing. They tried to keep you from us, and while they succeeded, they deeply failed. If heaven is real, which it has to be, and I make it there, which I hope I will, I'll see you there and I'll bring my bike. You can ride this time. I will watch and I will laugh and I will watch and I will laugh and I will smile. I will cut the lights and light the candle, even if the lights in heaven always work. I will sit at your feet and be listless with you. I will wait for the seventh born stories. I will not take them for granted. I will wash every single plate. I will buy you a dozen three-piece suits, Papa. perfectly tailored, all blue, all ornate, all velvet. Your daughter says that we should go for a walk, that it is our last day in Antwerp, and that we should move our bodies, walk, and explore. She's right. As she puts on her coat, I slip away quickly to the bathroom. I have to test something. I need to stand in front of the mirror. I need a deep breath. I need to be steady. I will force myself to smile, although so much of me doesn't want to. But I need to see if you reside in the white of my teeth and the parting of my lips, too. I need several deep breaths, it seems. I'm not steady at all. Perhaps I fear that you will not appear. I lock eyes with myself in silent panic, then tenderly. The corners of my mouth lift lightly. Then teeth poke out. This one shy, this one audacious, this one mischievous, this one a tease, almost without my asking. I am smiling. You are smiling. I see you. I see you.